All right, welcome to, this is game 7 of the season, District Game 2. Demons getting ready to take on the Canyon Eagles. We're here for the Coach's Show with head coach Aaron Dunnam.
Hey, thanks, Zane. Sure appreciate you having me.
Coach, the Demons coming off our first district game, Randall winning 27-14. A game where Randall jumped up 27-0 just before halftime. Demons battled back in the second half, and Coach had multiple opportunities to really make this even a one-possession game at times. We
did, very uncharacteristic of us, to be honest with you, but, you never know. I mean, each
Sure.
football game takes on its own identity, and it's a game played by 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. But it was, we struggled offensively, turned the football over multiple times. But was really proud, of the way that our defense kept us in the football game. We went in 27-0 at halftime and just really dug ourselves a hole. But came out the second half, played extremely well, held them scoreless in the second half, and just got the ball back. Came out the second half, drove right down and scored, and found a way to get ourselves. But you talked about, I want to say 4 times, maybe even 5 times throughout the entire game we're inside the red zone, and we come away with 0 points. And so that's, I believe that's the difference in the game. Even as poorly as we thought we had played and how we had executed, we still had an opportunity. Lost the football game by 13 points. Still had an opportunity if we capitalize even half of the times in the red zone. It's a total different ball game.
I know that you're proud of the way that you guys fought. To me, very similar to the Canadian game where we fell behind second quarter, and our guys came out in the second half and just, would not give in. Sure. And just relentless defensively. That gave us a chance. And then the offense kind of picked up in the second half. And really the whole night the offense was able to move the ball. We outgained Randall on the night in total yards by over 60 yards. For the most part, able to pass the ball down the field on him. I know that there was a couple big plays that our wide receivers made. But just as you said in the end, maybe the biggest, because you look at the stats offensively and defensively, Dumas kind of dominated on every single one of them except for the turnovers, and those turnovers came up big.
It was, that is the difference in the game. We talk about, our keys to victory every week offensively, and it's always about, taking care of the football and not turning the ball over and giving them any more possessions, and that was the difference. I mean, I think a really big one, was the pick six right before half. I think that was a really big play, and so it was the difference. And you spoke as well. Offense, we did move the football. We moved it. We moved it even in the first half. Yeah. One of our turnovers. We were inside the 10-yard line. Yeah. That's the fumble that they ripped out and returned for a big gain. But not a complete game. We didn't play complimentary football, and that was the difference in the ball game.
You mentioned on defense. That we had some guys that were making plays. I feel like one of the guys that just had a really good night was LD, and I love the story of LD.
Me too.
Because last year when we started the season, you knew that he was a guy that, maybe you were going to need at some point. Maybe he was going to get a few snaps. He was kind of forced into action.
He was
last year, and took some growing pains. Kind of learning things. But man, he has turned into a team captain and a guy that you can count on this season.
He is that. We even look back to this year. The first game he struggled a little bit, and he is just ever since has come on very big for our football team. A two-way starter, makes big plays on offense just like he does on defense. Yes. He had 14 tackles. He had a tackle for loss. He had a pass breakup. He had a pick. And so just played really well. Beyond that, beyond just his stats, what I noticed was just his leadership and his attitude. There were many opportunities to be extremely frustrated in that game, but I never saw it from him. Very vocal, very positive, very encouraging, exactly what you need from your team leaders. And so I'm probably more proud of that than I am any of the stats that he had throughout the football game. Just his leadership that he has for our football team.
In watching, I'm able to watch you guys on Mondays as you kind of begin preparing for things, and I even see as the coaches are you guys are talking and you guys are explaining things and saying, okay, here's what we need from you. Here's where you're going to need to be. I mean, he is locked in, eye contact. Yes, sir. I mean, he is. I would say every single thing that you would want out of a leader in your football team.
Absolutely. It's just I think he realizes, too. He's a senior.
Yeah.
This has been something that's been a really, really big part of his life, and I don't think he's going to waste an opportunity. He's not going to miss any moment, that might keep him from maybe reaching his goals or being able to lead this football team.
Yeah. Well, he's, I think, just been such, not a surprise.
No.
But a bright spot.
Absolutely.
And I think such a great example for even some of the younger players on the team to look like, man, this is the type of leader that I want to be when I'm in that position.
Absolutely, and just his approach, I mean, I think he's showing people, how you do it. I mean, how you lead, how you take that step. He played some last year, but how you take that step to being the guy. He's not only the guy when it comes on Friday night, but he's the guy Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And just really proud of his maturity and the step he's taken to be a leader on a football team.
Well, that's awesome, and it has been really cool to see.
Yes, sir.
Well, Dumas is going to face an opponent this week that we've had some recent success against, but they're always tough, and they normally play good at home, which is where we're going to see them. It's the Canyon Eagles.
They are a really good football team, 4-2, same record that we have. Their two losses come to two really good football teams, West Plains, Paladura, who's really on a roll right now. And so we're going to get we know the team that we're going to get. I don't think there's an off week in this district. You got to be prepared and ready week in, week out, and no different here. So, we can't lick our wounds too long. We've got to really focus up and get ready. But they're going to be aggressive. They've got a big offensive line that does a great job, and maybe a little new identity, something they've really taken on. I mean, I think you've seen Canyon football offensively for sure really change over the last 5 to 6 years, and might even see it even a little bit more now. They're running the football a lot more than they have in the past. Multiple formations, shifts, motions, all that type of stuff. And so we've got a good football team that we're going to face this Friday night.
So they've got a new interim head coach. This is his third year in the program. He's a former graduate from Canyon High School, so he's familiar with Canyon. And like you said, they've already kind of been pushing, going this direction. And it's not his first time to be a head coach either. Not. He's been a very successful head coach at Stratford. And so, what else are you looking for out of tonight's opponent?
I'm just. We know that it's a dogfight. We're going to get a tough football team that I think both of us, our backs are against the wall a little bit. When you look at this district and you look week in and week out what's coming, and so we're going to get a team that I think they've got a little something that they're playing for. I mean, as Coach Levern takes on the head job here and just the interim job to finish out this season. I think there's a new energy. There's a new fight over there, and so we're going to get a team that's going to fight and play really, really hard. They're very similar to us on defense. They're a three-man front. They're very sound. They play aggressive defense. They always have, and so that's what I'm looking for tonight. I mean, it'll be a good football game.
Well, let's talk specifically on the defensive side of the ball. What's going to be key for the Demons tonight as they face the Canyon offense?
I think not to allow them to control the ball. I mean, I think that'll be the plan. I mean, I watched them last week against West Plains, of where they moved the football very, very effectively. Up and down the field, controlling the clock, keeping the football out of West Plains' offensive hands. And so I think that's the key for us defensively is to get stops, get off the field on third down. Play really good first, second down defense as well. Get them behind the chains. They're just fine with 3, 4 yards, 5 yards of play, and we can't allow that. And so we've got to be great tacklers. We can't allow, runs after contact. I thought that's what they did against West Plains really, really well. Yep. I think West Plains hit them at the line of scrimmage, but it just felt like they were always falling forward for 5, 6, 7 yards. And so that's something that we can't allow them to. And so we've got to get stops.
This is not, if somebody has not paid attention to kind of Canyon football over the last few years, this is not the Canyon football team of just 5 years ago.
It is not.
Where they would spread out the field and, 5 wide, all kinds of stuff like that. It is a different type of football.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's not to say that, they've got a guy in Baylor Schilling that they like to go to that's on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But Brock's Hacker, I think, is going to be maybe get some snaps at quarterback
Mm-hmm.
for them. Austin Turner is going to be their main running back that they're going to be going to. But he's not going to be the only guy carrying the ball either.
No, they use a lot of guys. They use a lot of guys in the backfield. They'll have a 3-4 back set at times. They will, and they're very multiple. Just like you stated, they've evolved into a new style of offense, but they also will be in 5 wide. They will throw the football and do those type of things, and so I think that's what makes them so good is just the versatility of being to get in and out of different formations.
Offensive side of the ball for the Demons, what do you think is going to be key for the Demons to move the ball and score against the Eagle defense?
Obviously, number one is protect the football.
Sure.
We cannot turn the ball over. And then I think as well what hurt us in the first half is our inability to establish the run game.
Yeah.
We established the run game in the second half, but we had already dug such a big hole
Sure.
that we really didn't need that. And so I think establish the running game early, protect the football. And then I think we're gonna have to create some explosive plays. I want to be able to be explosive, and then win in the red zone. We've got to put points on the board.
Sure.
We can't get into the red zone and come away with no points.
When you talk about establishing the run game, when we're able to do that, what does it do to the team's defense when they know, okay, Dumas is looking like they're gonna be able to run the ball? How does that open up things for you to do other things?
Yeah, it does. It just opens up everything. You have to have a choice. If somebody's moving the football on you and able to run effectively, you've got to do something to do that. And usually you have to put more guys into the box, which creates you to maybe have one-on-one coverage out on the outside. It just creates you to make some holes back there in the secondary.
Yeah.
And it keeps people off guard. It does. So we've got to be able to, obviously we can't be just one-dimensional, because I talk about us always defensively. We think we can be successful defensively if we can make somebody one-dimensional. So we've got to keep our options open by being able to do both. Run the football and be able to throw the football down the field.
Well, it's no doubt going to be an exciting game. Again, over at Happy State Bank Field, the old Kimbrough Memorial Stadium over north side of Canyon. Make every effort to be there. I know that we had an incredible crowd last week, and a Friday night in that stadium. We know that Canyon's going to bring a big crowd, so let's match them again this week. Have a lot of people come over from Dumas, get you a good bite on the way in Amarillo, and then head on down to the game.
Absolutely. I think if you've seen us play this year, you're going to like the product that's on the field. Our kids are really, really fun to watch. Mainly, I think we've got a good football team, but just watching the character and watching, the love that the kids have for one another, that the coaches have for one another, and then just the relationships. I think you can see it every Friday night, those relationships, and that's pretty neat to watch.
Definitely. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, second half of the Coach's Show with head coach Aaron Dunnam.
Being a Demon isn't just about football.
It's about service.
It's about giving back to the community that raised us.
Our football team works hard on and off the field.
And in the community. From community service to supporting local events.
We're proud to represent Dumas. But none of this is possible without you.
Your support means everything.
When the stands are full, we can hear our town cheering us on.
It pushes us to give our all.
We've got your back, Dumas. Now we need you to have ours.
Come out, show up,
Be loud.
support your Dumas Demons.
Together, we are stronger.
Welcome back to the second half of the Coaches Show with head coach Aaron Dunnam. I want to take just a moment to thank Raymond Brady for doing this for us. He does this for us every week. If you and I were doing it, it would be trying to.
It would not be very good.
Yeah, we'd be setting up our cell phones against a stapler and seeing what we could do to record it and probably not being able to hear anything we're saying. So,
Sure.
But big thanks to him.
Absolutely.
Everything Dumas technology happens because he's in charge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's good. And I know that you guys rely on that a lot out here with the TVs and the internet, being able to show your guys all the different things that happen.
Everywhere. I mean, you talk about, I mean, all the how technology's changing, and then we've got a lot of construction still going on as well, and so he's pulled a lot of different ways, and just always been very thankful for everything he's done. I mean, my entire time here in Dumas, just the ability to really promote our programs, and so we're very, very thankful that he takes time out of his busy day to be able to come over here and help us with this.
Yeah. So if you watch any of the games on Friday night, Huddle fan. The only reason you're able to do that is because we have internet, and the reason we have internet is because of our technology people. So big thanks to Raymond Brady for helping us out and all of those things. Well, Coach, back-to-back weeks on the road in the same stadium in district play, that's not your own. You play more games in district play in Canyon than you do in Dumas. West Plains and Canyon play all but one of their district games in the same stadium. It isn't common for teams to do what we're doing.
Sure.
Traveling on the road and playing more there than we do in our home stadium. But I know that you guys are motivated and ready for any kind of challenge that you face.
Sure. I mean, it is weird. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this. But that's also, we also haven't always played, in a district where we had 3 teams that all played at the same stadium, all in the same district. But we do with Canyon ISD, and so it is a great venue. I think that's where we need to keep our focus. Obviously, love playing at home. Would love to be playing in front of our home fans and on our home field. But it's still a field that's 100 yards long.
Sure.
Still has goalposts. Still has. I mean, it requires 10 yards to make a first down, and so that's where all of our focus needs to go. Is just what happens within those lines, about executing and putting all of our focus there. Where we're playing doesn't matter. How we play on that field is what matters, and so that's where the focus is at.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good time, and so we'll play here. Just kind of walking through the schedule. We'll play in Canyon on Friday. The next Friday we'll be back here to face Hereford. And then
short week.
Gonna go back over, play another Thursday night game in Canyon, which means it sets up a great week.
It does.
Because the Demonettes play their last week of volleyball regular season. That week before, when we have the home game against Hereford, they have a home game against West Plains on Tuesday, and then an away game on Saturday at Pampa, where they finish their regular season. And then, like you said, on that next week, there won't be a volleyball game on Tuesday unless there's some type of a tiebreaker. We'll play Thursday night in Canyon against West Plains. Friday night, if everything still sets up,
there's a
possibility of a volleyball by district game at Wayland, and so just. Man, it's setting up to be a really great week of athletics at Dumas High School.
It is. There's still a lot that's got to go on. But again, my job. I'm always working in advance. I mean, here I am, middle of football season, but you've got to get venues. You've got to talk to teams. You got to talk to different ads and coaches and get it all worked out. And so, even right now, that's what's in the plans. We go take care of business.
And then you guys will finish up back at home senior night. We'll be here against Pampa.
Absolutely.
And so. Kind of exciting stuff, and it's unbelievable to think. I mean, that the regular season's only got 4 weeks left.
It is. Things are
Less than
moving
4
fast.
weeks now.
Yes, things are moving fast. And so But the importance is that we need to make sure that that we get there. And so every game we've got to slow down. We can't look too far in advance.
Sure.
Because every game matters. The one in Canyon tonight or Friday night is super, super important, and we got to make sure that we take care of business.
Definitely. So, Coach, let's talk about some of the other games that are going on this weekend. Again, as everybody gets into district play, less and less games that we talk about because most of these teams are playing each other that we've been kind of following all season. So, a couple Thursday night games, Perryton at Lubbock Estacado.
Perryton is going through a little bit of a gauntlet right now. Just had Lubbock Cooper Liberty, and then they'll travel on a Thursday night to play a really talented Lubbock Estacado team. And so they've got some a tall task in front of them there. But again, Coach Hernandez will have them ready to play.
Yeah, I think Perryton's one of those teams in 4A Division II that you kind of got to watch out for.
Absolutely.
Pampa also in West Plains going to play on Thursday night over at Canyon before we do.
This is really weird to me because I don't know, but I thought I heard somewhere, maybe on the radio or on the broadcast when I was watching the Pampa and Hereford game, I think Pampa's out of school Monday and Tuesday of this week, and they play on Thursday. And so, I mean, obviously they're still having practice, but again, it's just not normal to be out of school. So, be an interesting one.
A little fall break action.
Mm-hmm,
Then let's move to some 5A games. This one maybe be the biggest game besides the last one that we'll talk about in the area. Paladuro at Lubbock Cooper.
I think this one's huge. Lubbock Cooper's coming off of a big loss, I think, to Abilene Cooper. Paladuro's coming off a huge win against Abilene Wiley. I think Abilene Wiley has not lost a district game in the last 2 years. And so Paladuro got a lot of steam, a lot of great things going on over there with Coach Mims and his team. And I think this is a big one at Lubbock Cooper with I'm sure they're thinking about district championship, and so this is one that's going to happen to make that happen.
Yeah, big game and a tough place to play too. Tascosa going to play at Lubbock Monterey.
This will be interesting. I've seen Lubbock Monterey really improving throughout the season. I think Tascosa as well has been playing really good football. You look at Paladuro. I mean, that's Paladuro's only loss was week 1 to Tascosa, and so I think this is a big one as well. I think there's a lot of things going on because all of these teams are playing for home field advantage as well. So
Talk about two teams that want and need a win. Lubbock Coronado at Caprock.
they do, and so this game will be interesting. I don't. Maybe home field advantage might have a little bit to do with this, but I think you'll see two football teams fighting really, really hard for a victory on this one.
Yeah. And then I think this may be the biggest game going on in the 806 this weekend. Abilene Cooper at Plainview.
It is a huge one, and I think you could possibly get into some ties and stuff in that district with some of these wins. And so I think this is a really, really big one as well. A lot of people still fighting for that district championship and even fighting for playoff spots. So that district has just got very interesting all of a sudden.
A lot of red, white, and blue on that.
There is.
Last game's another one of our district games going on. Again, this one is intriguing because it's being played in Hereford, Randall at Hereford.
I think it always is. I mean, I think you're going to see two teams that play really hard, always have. Hereford's been a team that plays hard. Randall, we know, is a team that plays extremely hard as well. So this is interesting. It's interesting because there's still a lot that could happen in our district as well. And every game between these guys, our opponents in our district is always interesting.
Hereford always plays good at home.
They do.
And Hereford always plays good against Randall.
They do.
So,
I think we saw, I don't know, I think it was 2 years ago, this matchup, and I think Randall was undefeated, and I think Hereford beat them.
They did.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's an interesting game. And we've said big games, man, ours is huge.
It is huge.
Friday night, as the Demons travel over to Canyon, both teams looking to notch their first district win. And a win for either one of these teams, again, gives you a leg up. It gives you
Sets you on the right track.
Yes, it gives you a tiebreaker head-to-head. I mean, there's just a lot of things that you're like, okay, this is big time. And not that there's ever a district game that isn't.
I know. They're all big.
And we probably say that every week as we're going, man, it's a big game, man, it's a big game.
It is, because they all are big. They all are big. But
So, but Coach, looking forward to it.
yes, sir. So am I. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in again this week. Again, Demons taking on the Canyon Eagles this week at Happy State Bank Field. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. Friday night.